here, use the given bar graph to answer the following questions. Use the given bar graph. Here in this question, bar graph is given. So by saying this bar graph, you have to answer the following questions. Very easy. So you have to see how many people likes dogs. 6, 2, 4, 6. It is given like this. Clear? So here the name of the animals. Name of the animal is written. Then here in the vertical line it is given how many people will like animals, pet animals. See here dog, cat, rabbit, hamsters, then other animals. Okay. So now see dog. How many people like dogs? Only 8 number of people likes dog, and next to cat 10 number of people likes cat. Then rabbits. See this is appearing in between 2 and 4, that means 3. See the number is given like this 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That means 0 in between 1. You can see next in between 2 and 4. Here 3 lies. Then next 4, 5, 6. Here it is 7 like this. Okay. So now rabbits. How many people like rabbits? So only 3%. 3 number of people like rabbits. Then hamsters like only 5. See the graph? So 5. Then other animals like that is 4. Okay, 4%. 4 number of people likes other animal. So now what we have to do? We have to, by seeing this graph, we have to refer this graph and answer the following questions. Clear? So graph is given in the question. By seeing the graph, we can write the answer. We can give answer to these questions. Okay? The question says that use the given bar graph to answer the following questions. You have to see the bar graph and you have to answer it. Clear? Sometimes you have to draw a bar graph, then you have to answer it. Clear? They will give the data, then you have to draw a bar graph. But in this question, bar graph is given. By using that bar graph, you can by saying bar graph, you can answer these questions. Okay? The first question: which is the most popular pet? Which is the most popular pet? That means which is the most popular in this? That is cat. See, cat. How many more number of people likes cat? So that means, therefore, the answer A answer is by seeing graph we can say. Clear? Which animal they likes? Cat. Cat is the most popular pet. So now we can write cat is the most popular pet. Okay. Second one. So second one is how many students have dog as a pet? So how many students? Okay, they mentioned student, right? So how many students have dog as a pet? So see the graph. We can say that only 8 students are 8 students have dog as a pet. Clear? So we can say, see the bar graph and write the answer. That means the number of students have dog as pet is 8. Is it correct? 8? Yes. So we can write the number of students. Number of students have dog as a pet is 8. Only 2 questions they ask, so answer it by saying the bar graph. That is what bar graph is given. You have to answer the following questions. Clear? Okay, the next question is second one. See, observe the given data. So you have to observe the given data and answer the following. Okay. So first, see the table is given like this. Days of the week. Days of the week. See given Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Clear? So next here in the second column it is given number of mobile phone sets sold. Number of mobile phone set sold. So in Monday, how many mobile set is sold? 50 mobiles. Clear? On Tuesday, 45 mobiles are sold, and Wednesday 30, and Thursday 55, Friday 27, Saturday 60 mobile phones are sold. Clear? So now the first question is draw a bar graph to represent the given information. So you have to draw bar graph to represent the given information. So how we can represent by bar graph the given data? So Monday 50. So like this it is given, right? So how we can represent in bar graph? So first what you have to do, you have to draw vertical line and like this horizontal line. Okay. So here in this horizontal line, so to write days of the week. So in horizontal line, what you write? Days of the week. And here in vertical line, we can write number of mobile phones set sold. Okay, number of mobile phone sold. Okay, so this is what horizontal and vertical line. So next, see how you can write down days of the week is given like this. Monday. First is given Monday right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then one more Saturday. Right? So that you have to write. So next, in the vertical column, number of mobile phones that is sold. So in this, how to write that? See, you can write. See, first you have to say which is a minimum small number. The smallest number is 30 and greatest number is 60. So 30 and 60. So smallest is 27 and greatest is 60. Maximum number is 60 and minimum number is 27. So how we can write the numbers, like if you are writing a 0, so first you would write 0, then you can write 1, 2, 3, so on. 1, 2, 3 up to 60 you would write. It's not possible, right? So we can write the scale 1 centimeter. You can consider as 10, 15 or 20 like that. Okay? So that we can consider the scale. You can take 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. We consider how many numbers of mobile? 10, 20, 30 you can consider. Okay? So now here you can write 10. You consider 10. If you want, you can consider 20, 40, 60, 80. 1 centimeter is 20 number of mobile. Or you can consider 10, 20, 30 like that. Or 50, 30, 45. Clear? So see how to see minimum and maximum number of mobile sold. So minimum is 27. So what you have to do? You have to take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 is the minimum. Maximum. It's okay. You can stop here. Next, what you have to do? Now on Monday, how many mobile phones are sold? That is 50. So number of mobile sold on Monday is 50. So see here Monday number of mobile sold 50. See Monday is here. Written here, days of the week. I wrote horizontal. Monday, how many numbers of mobile sold? 50 number of mobile sold. Clear? 50 number of mobile sold. On Tuesday, how many numbers of mobile sold? That is 45. 45 number of mobile sold. Okay. Next on Wednesday is 30. So 30 means 45 understood, 40 and 50. In between you will get to 45. So you have to use scale and pencil. Here I am not using. So you have to use I'm drawing rough diagram. So you have to use scale and pencil. Clear? Next, Wednesday, how many numbers of mobile phones are sold? That is 30. So Wednesday, 30 numbers of mobile sold. So right. Width should be same, equal width you have to take. Okay, this is what 30. So number of mobile sold on Wednesday. Next Thursday, 55. Thursday, 55. 50 is here, and 55 means in between 50 and 60. Number of mobile sold on a Thursday. Yeah. So next Friday, 27. 27 mobiles are sold on a Friday. So that is so 27 is after 20. The middle is 25. 25 next 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Correct? So 27 means Next, Saturday. Saturday, how many numbers of mobiles sold? 60. 60 number of mobiles sold on a Saturday. Yeah. So this is a here like this. See, exact 60. Correct. 60 number of mobiles sold on a Saturday. Next, so if you want, you can shade. You can shade like this in pencil. Okay. Then now you want to, by using the bar graph, you can answer the following questions. Okay. The first question is draw a bar graph to represent the given information. So here we represented, we drawn bar graph and represented the given information. Here information is given, right? Monday, how many numbers of mobile sold, and Tuesday, Wednesday, like this. So we draw bar graph, we drawn bar graph and represented given information. So the second question is, on which day of the week was the sales maximum? On which day of the week was the sales maximum? So now see the bar graph and you can answer this. On which day of the week was the sales maximum? That is on a Saturday. Correct? See the bar graph. Now you can say that on Saturday of the week was the sales maximum. Here the answer is a Saturday. On Saturday the sales of the mobile is a maximum. Clear? So next third question. Find the ratio of the minimum sale to the maximum sale. Okay. The third question. Find the ratio. You have to find the ratio of the minimum sale to the maximum sale. So the question it is mentioned, first they mentioned minimum sale to the maximum sale. So find the ratio of the minimum sale to the maximum sale. So what you have to do? First you have to find which is a minimum scale. So see, third one answer, B answer is on Saturday. Here on Saturday maximum number of mobiles sold. Maximum number of mobiles sold on Saturday. And C, third one, find the ratio of minimum sale to the maximum sale. So first what you have to do to find the ratio, first you have to find minimum scale and maximum scale. Minimum scale is see the minimum scale is 27, right? 27 is the minimum scale, and maximum scale is 60, correct? See the data. So maximum scale is 60. Now what you have to find? You have to find the ratio. So therefore ratio is equal to. In the question they mentioned minimum scale first. So in the question it is mentioned minimum scale then maximum scale. So what you have to do? So minimum scale in the numerator. Minimum scale by maximum scale. Minimum scale by maximum scale. So which is the minimum scale? That is 27. 27 is the minimum scale. Maximum scale is 60. So 27 by 60. 27 by 60. Suppose in the question if they mention maximum scale to the minimum scale. Maximum scale to the minimum scale means you are writing the ratio. In the numerator you must write maximum scale. The denominator you must write a minimum scale. Clear? That depends on question. They are asked to find the ratio of minimum scale to the maximum scale. So what you have to write? The minimum scale you must write in the numerator and maximum scale you must write in the denominator. Clear? So minimum scale is 27 and maximum scale is 60. Maximum scale is 60. Now you have to divide this. 27 divided by 60. Which table divides both numerator and denominator? So I think 3 table divides, right? 3 divides 27 and 3 also divides 60. 3 how much are 27? 3 9s are 27. 3 how much are 60? You know, 3 2s are 6. That means 0 remaining. That means 20. 3 20s are 60. 3 how much are 27? 3 9s are 27. So can you divide this again? 9 by 20? No, we cannot divide this 9 by 20. The answer is 9 by 20. That is what the ratio. So how to find ratio? The ratio means the minimum scale by maximum scale. That is given in the question. So find the ratio of the minimum scale to the maximum scale. First you have to find which is the minimum scale and which is the maximum scale. So while seeing this data we can identify which is the minimum scale and maximum scale. Then what you have to do? In the question they asked like this. First they mentioned minimum scale, next maximum scale. So minimum scale you must write in the numerator and maximum scale you must write in the denominator. Clear? Understood? So what is the minimum scale? 27. Maximum scale 60. So 27 and 60 is divisible by 3 table. 3 divides both numerator and denominator. So 3 how much is 27? 3 9s are 27. 3 how much is 60? 3 20s are 60. So what is the answer? 9 by 20. That means 9 is to 20. Here the ratio is 9 is to 20. Therefore ratio is 9 is to 20. Find the ratio of the minimum scale to the maximum scale is 9 is to 20. Clear? First you have to draw bar graph, then you have to answer the following questions. Yes, thank you. Okay, the next question is, see, name of the children in 6 different classes are given below. The name of the children are given like this, are given below. Represent the data on the bar graph. So you have to represent given data in bar graph. So how we can represent this given data in bar graph? First you have to draw like this, horizontal line and vertical line. Here, so this is a vertical and this is a horizontal line. So now in the horizontal line what we can write? The horizontal line you have to write a class. So class is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Okay? The classes are given and in the next column it is given number of children. Number of children. So now in 5th, class 5th, how many children are there? There are 135 children. And in the 6th, class 6th, we can see 120 children. And in the 7th, class 7, 95 children. Clear? So in the 8th class, there are 100 students. And in the 9th class, 90 students. And in the 10th, so 80 students. Okay? Now how we can represent in bar graph? So first what you have to do? In the horizontal line, you have to write classes. So first it is given 5th. So here you can mention this is 0. The next here you write a 5th, next 6th, next 7th, 8th, 9th, and last 10th. Okay, so this is what classes. Okay, in the horizontal line you have to write classes. Next, in the vertical line, the numbers are given like this: number of children. So what you have to write? In the horizontal, in the vertical line, you have to write number of children. Number of children. So now see the minimum number, that is the smallest number is here 80, correct? So which is the maximum number? Maximum is 135. So in the class 5th there are 135 students and in the class 10th 80 students. So in class 10 the less number of students, right? Less number of children. So now what we have to do? We have to write the scale. So if you are say here the number is maximum is 135, minimum is 80. So how we can write the scale? So that means if you are considering 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter is equal to. So you have to take each centimeter. 1 centimeter you can consider 50, 100, 150 like that, or you can consider 0, 10, 20, 30, but up to 135 is too long. So it's better to consider 0, next 20, 40. Yeah, so this is what 0, 10, 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Yeah, so this is the number of children right in vertical column. So that is your wish. You can write this as 10, 20, 30, 40 up to 140 because the maximum number of students in class 5th is 135. Clear? So I think you all will get very big vertical line. So instead instead of writing that, we can take the scale as 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 like that. Okay. So else we can consider 25, 50, next 75, 100. Okay. We can take the scale like this. So now 1 centimeter, that is what the 20 number of children. Clear? Is what? Scale. So this is a scale you are writing now. Bar graph. Now first, see in class 5th, how many students are there? There are 135 students. 135 children. So 5th is here. 135 is in between. You can see in between 120 and 140. Clear? So we can see class 5th student. The children in class 5th, that is 135. So you must use scale and pencil. Clear? Don't draw rough diagram. So here I am drawing rough diagram. So you use scale and pencil. So here I am not taking correct exact measurement. So you must draw exact. You take correct centimeter. Means 1 centimeter is 20. Again 1 centimeter is 40. Or else you can consider 2 centimeter. Each number you can keep distance between 2 centimeter. Clear? So 20 to 40 you can keep 2 centimeter. So like this. Okay. So next, first it is given 5th 135. So here we can see 135 is not written, but we can assume that here 135 is lying between 120 and 140. Correct? 135 is comes in between 120 and 140. Clear? So now we can see 130 is in the middle. So now 135. So that means exactly here. Correct? So draw straight line. Okay? So this is what a bar graph. So first, if you want, you can shade this, shade like this. Then second one, in class 6, there are 120 students. So how to represent in bar graph? 120. You can see 120 in the bar graph. See here, 6th class 6th. So you represent 120. So 120 is here. Okay. So next, if you want, you can shade this. Next, 7th. In class 7th, there are 95 students. So here you can see 95. 95 means that is in between 80 and 100. 95 is in between 80 and 100. So that means exactly you get here, isn't it? Yes. So this is what in 7th we can see there are 95 students. Next, in 8th class. In class 8 there are 100 students. So 100 is here, right? In the horizontal and vertical, both columns, both lines you have to observe. See 100 we can see here. Then draw straight line. So use scale and pencil to draw. Clear? Next, 9. In the class 9 we can see 90 students. So 90 is lying in between 80 and 100. Is it correct? 90 is in between 80 and 100. So draw like this. So horizontal line. So this also you have to shade. Then one more, last one is 10th. In class 10 there are 80 students. This is just you have to represent in a bar graph. The given data you must represent in the bar graph. Okay. So now the last, that is 10th. Class 10th is in class 10 there are 80 students, 80 children. Okay. So 80 is here. So mark like this. The width should be equal of each bar graph. Clear? So now this is what 80. 80. Is 90, then 10th 80 students. Clear? So this is what representation of bar graph. Representation of given data in bar graph. Clear? So must write a scale. So here 1 centimeter we consider 20 number of children. Clear? So each scale, each centimeter we consider 20, 20, 20, 20. Clear? If you want, you can take 10, 20, 30, 40, 60 like that. But up to 140 you have to write, because the maximum number is here 135. So what we have to do? We have to consider up to 140. So that is too long. So instead of writing that, we can consider the scale. 1 centimeter is a 20 number of students. Clear? So or else you can consider 25, 50. Understood? So next in the horizontal line, what is written? That is first column. What is there in the first column? That is classes. Okay, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. That you must write in the horizontal line. This is what vertical line. Clear? So this is how you can represent given data in bar graph. Understood? Yes, thank you. The next questions here. The performance of a student in first term and the second term is given. Clear? The performance of the student in first term and second term is given like this. What we have to do? Draw double bar graph. In the previous question we draw bar graph, but in this question you have to draw double bar graph choosing appropriate scale. And the following table is given like this. Subject, the first column is like this. Subject English, Hindi, Maths, Science and Social Science. Clear? In the first term in English scored 67 and in the second term 70. Clear? In Hindi, the first term scored 72 marks and in the second term 65. The marks is decreased. Clear? But in the Maths, what happened? In the first term he scored 88. Okay, one student he scored 88 marks and in the second term he scored 95 marks. Okay. Then in science, the first term 81 marks and second term 85 marks. So in social science 73 and next term 75. The marks is increased, right? So now what we have to do? We have to draw double bar graph. Then you have to answer the following. So here the questions are like this. In which subject has the child improved his performance the most? Okay. The second question, in which subject is the improvement the least improvement? Means understood. The third one, has the performance gone down in any subject? So now first we have to draw double bar graph. Then we have to answer the following. So clear? So now first one you have to draw vertical and horizontal line. Okay, this is what a vertical line, and here draw horizontal line. Horizontal line and vertical line. So in a vertical line, what you have to write? You have to write first term and second term marks. So I write the first term and second term marks. That means I write this simply marks. Okay. In the horizontal line, what you have to write? You have to write the subjects. Subjects are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects. Okay. So here you must write the subject. First one it is given English, Hindi, Maths. First English. Next English, Hindi, Maths. Next Hindi. Next Maths. Next Science and Social Science. Okay. Yeah, this is what the subject, name of the subject. Next now in the vertical line, so how we can write the number? That means marks. So which is the least number? Least marks that is 73. No, 65 is the smallest number. So which is the greatest number? Maximum number. Maximum number is 95. Okay. So now how we can take a scale? How we can consider scale? So if you are taking this, the maximum is 95, minimum is 65. So I think you can take scale 10, 20, 30, 40, clear? Or 20, 40, 60, 80, 90 is clear? Otherwise you can take 1 centimeter is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay? 100. So the last word is 100. So now, can you see this sum? If you want, you can write properly like this. See, I write first 1 centimeter is 10, next 1 centimeter is 20, next 1 centimeter 30, next 40, 50, 60, 60, 70, 80, 90, and last 100 because the maximum is 95. So next you write 100. So after writing marks in the vertical line, next what you have to do? Now see in the first term, in the subject English, in English he scored 67 marks, and in the second term 70 marks. Okay, in the first term he scored in English 67 and in the second term 70. That means the performance is see the marks is increased. 67 is increased to 70. Clear? So in first term 67, 70. So now first you have to write the marks in first term, that is 67. Now you have to use scale and pencil and draw this. Clear? So 67 means 67 is in between 60 and 70. Okay? So draw the line. Draw a straight line. This is what? 67. 60, 70. So 65 is in middle. Like 66 or 67. Okay? So if you measure the scale, you come to know this is what 67. So this is the first term marks in English. Now next you have to say second term marks in English. Second term marks in English is 70. So 3 marks extra is scored. 3 marks extra in second term. So this is what 70. So now you have to draw a straight line. 70. The first term and second term in English over. Now you have to see next subject is Hindi. In Hindi he scored 72 marks in first term and in the second term he scored 65. That means performance is decreased, isn't it? 72 to 65. The marks is decreased. So in the first term 72. 72 means we can see here in between 70 and 80. Okay? 70 and 80. 72. Okay, next next 72, next 65. 65 means in between 60 and 70. You can say 65 in between 60 and 70. So this is what marks scored in first term and in second term in Hindi. Next you have to say the next subject is maths. Maths in the first term he scored 88 marks and in the second term he scored 95 marks. Okay, 88 in first term. This is 80 to 90. 80 to 90. 80 marks in first term, 88 in first term and 95 in the second term. So 95. Okay, next term. This is first term and second term. In science, now you have to say in science he scored in first term 81 and in the second term 85. 81 and 85. So 81 means here, correct? So science, this is what science score. 81 and 85. 85 means 80 to 90. In between 80 and 90. Clear? So this is what scores in science. Now last, that is social science. In the first term he scored 73 marks and in second term 75. 73 and 75. So 70 means 70, you can see here 73. 73 and 75. So you have to use scale and pencil, draw straight line. So now, so first you have to write the scale. Scale is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter will be considered 10 marks. Each 10 digits. So each 10 centimeter. Clear? Each 1 centimeter is 10 marks. Next 10 like this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60 up to 100. So what we have considered 1 centimeter is 10 marks. Okay. Okay. Now you can represent first term marks. First term marks you can represent like this. Like this you can represent. This is what a first term marks. Second term you can represent by shading. Okay. This is what you can shade second term marks. This is in English. Similarly, the first term marks in Hindi you can represent. You can represent like this. And in the second term marks in Hindi, again you can shade. You can shade the mark graph. Then again, first term, each first term marks you can represent like this, and the second term like this. So finally you write, this is what? Cross line, that is the first term marks. This represents the first term marks, and if you are shading like this, you can write, this is the second term marks. Second term, first term marks we represented like this. Okay? And second term marks are shading. Or you can do dot dot dot. Clear? So this is what representation. So this is double bar graph of a given data. So how to represent first term marks and second term marks in double bar graph. Now what you have to do? You have to answer the following questions. The first question is, seeing the bar graph, we can understand, we can answer the following questions. Okay? The first question, in which subject has the child improved his performance? In which subject he has improved his performance? Now, if you see this table also, you can answer. So, otherwise you have to see the graph, bar graph. So, now we can see in mathematics, see in the first term, he scored 88 marks. And in the second term he scored 95. That means performance is increased, right? Marks are increased. So we can say that in math subject as a child performed his performance, isn't it? So it means marks are increased in the maths. That means in the first term 88, in the second term 95. So first one answer, math subject as a child improved. Clear? So next, in the second question, in which subject is the improvement is least? Okay, in which subject is the improvement is least? Now you have to see the bar graph, and you can see in which subject improved least. Improved but least means say 67 to 70 in English, and in Hindi 72 to 65. This is decreased. Next 88 to 95. This is increased. 81 to 85 in science, and social science say 73 to 75. Only 2 marks increased in second term. In the first term he scored 73 marks, and in the second term he scored 75. That means only 2 marks are increased in second term. But in the other subject, 67 to 70 means 3 marks increased. 70 to 65 is totally decreased, correct? 72 to 65, that is in Hindi. The marks is decreased, but in maths increased. Okay, science 81 to 85, but in social science 73 to 75, only 2 marks are increased. So what we can say? The second one answer question is in which subject is the improvement is the least? The least is in social science. Yeah, so you write the second one answer is which subject? Social science. Only 2 marks are increased, right? So that is the least performance. Next, third one question. Has the performance gone down in any subject? The question is has the performance gone down in any subject? So now if you see this, you can answer in Hindi. See in Hindi, in the first term he scored 72 marks, and in the second term he scored 65. So what happened? The performance is decreased, right? So marks is decreased 70 to 65. So the answer is last answer is has the performance gone down in any subject? Yes, the subject is Hindi. Hindi, the performance is gone down. Clear? So because understood now 70 to 65, that is decreased. Marks is decreased. So while seeing this bar graph, double bar graph, we can answer the following questions. Clear? First, what you have to do? First, read the question. The question is given like this. In the first column, it is given subject, and in the second column is first term marks, and in the third column, that is the second term marks. Clear? First term and second term. So now first you have to draw vertical and horizontal line. Okay, vertical line. This is what vertical line, and this is the horizontal line. So you can do some activity related to this. You can take some colored paper and draw a double bar graph or bar graph. Like this, you have to draw some table. You can consider English. You can write over number. For example, in 60, English 60 and in second term 70, like that. Okay. So you can use some color papers and you can draw some bar graph and double bar graph. Clear? So understand the first horizontal line and vertical line. Then what you have to do in the first column, what is given? Sometimes they will give name of the items, or here it is given subject, name of the subject. Hindi, English, Math, Science. Clear? That you must write in the horizontal line. English, Hindi, Math, Science, Social Science. Clear? So next, this is called x-axis. Okay, the horizontal line is called what? X-axis, and this vertical line is called the y-axis. Like we learn in 8th standard class. Okay. So now, see, first you have to say in English, the performance is scored 67 to 70. Next you have to say minimum and maximum marks. Minimum marks is 65 and maximum mark is 95. Minimum 65, maximum 95. Out of all the subject, you have to see which is the least number, smallest number. Next, largest number or maximum number, that is 95. So now you can consider, now you can write the scale. Scale means 1 centimeter is 10 marks. Each 10 marks. Clear? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 90, 100. Last 100. Because maximum number is here 95. So you have to write up to 100. If it is 100 maximum, you can write 120 level. Clear? So next you have to draw bar graph. So first one you have to see first term marks in English. The first subject is given here English. That marks is 67. In the first term 67. So 67 we can see here. English 67 means in between 60 and 70. You can get 60 and 70. So 67. 65 is in between. Middle one. Middle point is 65. Next 66 to 67. Clear? So this is a 67 marks. Next in the second term 70. 70 means we get 70 is written, right? So exactly equal to 70. Next Hindi 70 to 65. So your marks 72 and 65. Similarly maths 88 to 95 and science 81 to 85, 73 to 75 social science. So very easy. First you have to draw bar graph, then answer the following questions. You can represent like this by dot or cross line, or you can shade the graph. Clear? So first term and second term. Thank you.